guys, hello, another video for you all. More content in VR, PCVR. Just to let you know that 3D Sen VR, the 3D Nintendo Entertainment System emulator, has finally come out of early access. We're now officially version 1.0, and with that the developers celebrating by doing a sale knocks 40% off the game until the 26th of June. So it should be £21. It's a little under 13 with that discount. So I'll be completely honest with you, I bought this with my own money a long time ago, could have been years ago now, and I've only got about 5 hours worth of gameplay in it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I'm just not into Nintendo. I'm a Sega boy, that's what I grew up with. I do a lot of emulation, but I don't really care for Nintendo. Nintendo don't really care about VR. Someone's going to shout at the screen, but they did the Virtual Boy, but they did it with the Switch. But they didn't, did they really? They picked up the ball, but they didn't run with it. There's only a handful of titles to do in VR with the Switch. So this software is incredibly cool. We can do the 2D mode. We can basically treat it as an emulator, play any game that you've got the game files for, flat screen. But what we really care about is doing it with this 3D effect. So officially there's, I think, about 100 profiles now. So 100 games we can do with the 3D effect. But there is also a community effort to create additional profiles unofficially, so God knows how many games it is, including the community effort. So I'll give you a link to get to the software. I'll give you a link to the awesome person that has put together this artwork pack for us, and also to the webpage for the community effort on the profiles. So we can go over to settings and we can see, we can change how things look, what's going on across the top. We can put a TV box, a retro looking TV as a border. We can set up our controls. I'm going to use a gamepad. You can see what does what. I will need to zoom out a little bit for the benefit of the video. I think it's very in your face in the headset, but that's not going to look great in the YouTube video. We can see what the VR controller is going to do, and yes, we can use it as a zapper, a light gun, to play games like Duck Hunt. So let's go back to the game selection screen. So I've got this artwork that I've added into the folders. Someone put that together for us. I'm very, very thankful. So we'll open up Arkanoid. The first time you open a game, the software is going to say, well, this is the file manager, point me to where this particular game is, Arkanoid. And once you've done that once, it will remember in the future. So we'll reset it. This is very in my face, very, very close up. Not an amazing 3D effect, to be honest, just with the title screen, but it will get better when we get into the game. So just push start, put down the VR controller. I know that right trigger will zoom it out, so we'll try and do that to help with the YouTube video. So I've got to just keep bouncing the ball back. Anything drops, we'll try and go over it. The scoreboard feels very, very close to me. I know you don't get the 3D effect in the video. We've got that border around the gameplay. Yes, the background feels further away and the blocks are closer. Yeah, it's a reasonably cool effect. So our power up has made me grab it. Now we've changed the power up. I can click the right thumbstick to go back to the menu. Not the most exciting game to watch, is it, Arkanoid? We've got Balloon Fight there, we've got the Batman title, Battle Kid. Over to the second page. So Blaster Master, Bomberman. That's an absolute classic. So again, very much in my face. There's more of a 3D effect to this title screen. Let's zoom that back a bit. So we can rotate it as well, really get a sense of that 3D effect in the headset. Let's have a look at something else. I've got Bubble Bobble there. Castlevania, I'll give that a go. So again, it's zoomed right in my face. But yeah, actually for this one, the 3D effect is very good. The bat feels like it's in front of the castle behind. The title screen looks pretty good. The score and my health and everything, that feels very, very close. So we'll get into the game proper. So yeah, what's in the foreground, the character, they look like they are in front of that gate. So you're getting that layer. You've got the gate that's in front, and then the character, and then the bonfire behind. Although I'm not a big Nintendo fan, and I'm not a fan of the NES, I still respect the amount of work that's gone into this, what the developers done. If you're nostalgic for these kind of games, this is actually pretty epic, to be completely honest. Using that gamepad, I can change the perspective a little bit, really get that sense of the 3D effect. It's really up to you. Right, let's see what else we've got. Castlevania 2. You know it's a good game if it's got a sequel. So there's Contra. Dig Dug Donkey. If I do anything too obviously Nintendo, they hate emulation, so I don't really want them trying to get videos taken down. Let's do Duck Hunt. It's way too close, so we'll zoom it back. Having to tilt my wrists very far forwards actually to look down the sights. Oh, it's far enough. Getting a little bit of lag, latency there. Don't know if it's because I'm doing the recording. Yeah, got him. That's better. Right, we'll come out of that because, one, I'm not really enjoying playing it. That's because it's been ported into my Quest headset already. Using side quests, I can play that 360 all around me, and I wasn't getting the lag and the latency. I can't blame the software on that necessarily. It might just be because I'm doing the recording. It's there. We can use the controller, but I didn't see any way to do an offset to lean, change how you aim down the sight. So I was leaning my wrist too far forward. That was not comfortable to aim and shoot. Sorry, but if I don't like it, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to play it. So we've got DuckTales there and DuckTales 2. Final Fantasy. If I open that up, I'm going to have to name characters and stuff like that. It'll take far too long. So we've got Flappy Bird, ported to NES. We've got Gallagher there, the classic arcade game. Let's have a look at Ghosts and Goblins. So again, zoom that view out. Just do the one player mode. So the knight adorns his armour. Just using the sticks to change the view. These retro games can be really, really challenging. A lot of fun to play. That gives you a quick idea. Let's try something else. We've got the Goonies, Gradius, Hogan's Alley. I think that's a light gun game as well. Jackal, I think, was the last profile they added in. Got Zelda there. Kung Fu. Got Mega Man 1, 2 and 3. I'm sure 4, 5, 6 the other games were added in through community profiles. Let's have a look at Mega Man 3. So you've guessed it, I'm going to zoom it out. Don't want it too close. You won't see it in the video. Right, so who are we going to take on? So of course the NES, really basic controller. It's like 2 buttons in the D-pad. You can't get any more basic. Hopefully you can kind of get an idea of the 3D effect that I'm seeing as I put it side on. Yeah, it's enough of that. Where's my controller? It's easier to do it with the VR controller. Got Pacman there, Metroid. Do a bit of Metroid. So I know what's jump and I know what's shoot now. Shift the view a little bit for the 3D perspective. Shoot the door, get us out. Get a bit more energy back, our life force from killing the enemies. Let's have a look at something else. Pacman. Yeah, there's a little bit of the 3D effect, like the shadows feel very much in the background compared to the writing at the front. So again, the same, we've got those dots, but we can sense the shadows being behind. Yeah, I mean, it's not mind-blowing, but it's still pretty cool. Right, that's enough of Pacman. Page 7. Well, at least go through all the pages so you can see what's included with the official profiles. Punch Out is the boxing, Shadow Ninja, Spy Hunter. If I do the Mario games, yeah, I don't know. Nintendo hate emulation, don't they? Let's do Tiny Toons, because that's going to be a Mario clone, just with different characters. Even down to the opening screen. Very much reminds me of Mario. So I've got one button that I can hold down, I should be able to run. A la Mario. That heart has probably given me an extra life. I'll probably slide down this hill as well if I press down. Very, very Mario-esque. I can change that view. Get the sense of 3D. Let's switch my character. Try and get to the end of the stage and then we'll try something else. Slide down the hill. That was quick. Alright, that was Tiny Toons, Wild Gunman, Tetris, Yoshi there, and Zelda. So, you've had a look. That's the official profiles. I haven't added in any of the community ones, but yeah, as I say, I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan. I'm not trying to sell this to you. Just make you aware, if you are a Nintendo fan, this can be a lot of fun to get your nostalgic hit playing these games. So have a great day. Have a great evening, whatever you choose to do after watching this. And as always, I'll see you when I see you next. Ciao for now.